I do not intend to engage in partisan politics with this speech, but to engage your conscience on the plight of the masses whose voices have been marginalized by a system that has been fashioned to benefit a select few. My name is Victor Yeple, and I am here to deliver a speech on the falling standards of formal education in Ghana. Growing up as a child to a man who had then reached his retirement age, my late father was torn between two decisions: either succumbing to the temptation of giving in to me attending a public school due to government intervention, or sacrificing all he had saved during his active days in public service to put me in a private institution that would accommodate my academic strength. At a point when I thought I was going to be counted as one of the uneducated in our dear country, my father, out of bold determination, called me and said, "My dear son, I wouldn't want you to grow one day when I am dead and gone to accuse me of educating all your siblings, but give up on you. So, dress up and follow me to pick up your admission form." Today, I stand in perpetual appreciation of the decision this man I called my hero took. And even though it is painful, knowing that he is no more alive to share in my progress, I am here in his absence to shed some light on the dark side of our education sector as a nation and hope to illuminate some urgency in addressing same. My people, I have seen how pencils of promise broke into pieces of regret because an aspect of our education system failed to accommodate the potentials some of my colleagues wielded just because they chose the only option available in education, and that's public school education. Just imagine that you are from a poor home, and as a result, you chose the only option available in the area of education to break the poverty cycle, thus leveraging government intervention in public schools. And that actually becomes the catalyst to further deepen your poverty woes due to the lack of quality tuition propelled by lack of policy direction. Formal education is the bedrock of every nation. It shapes the destiny of every nation that prioritizes it and adds value to her human resource. But in our part of the world today, the quality of formal education keeps dwindling as the years pass by. To begin with, the standards of formal education in Ghana keep experiencing a downward spiral due to differences in ideologies of successive governments. One aspect of governance the Ghanaian educational sector is yet to come to terms with is the fact that government is a continuum and as such should have policies that are long-term and can stand the test of time, regardless of who is given the mantle of leadership. This unfortunate phenomenon has ensured that whenever the country experiences a change in government during elections, the already unstable education sector also experiences some changes, something which doesn't befit the status of Ghana as a developing country because this consequently puts a brake on the progress that has already been set in motion. Also, there is a lack of policy direction as a result of breaks in governance after a 4 or 8 year cycle. Can you simply imagine a major road to a very crucial destination without a clear-cut path? This rhetorical question is a perfect fit for the aforementioned points. Why should we, as a nation, run our education sector in an intermittent manner? A very crucial one at that, just because there is a change in electoral fortunes. One would wonder the motive behind such a backward move. It is that simple. The Ghanaian politician is more interested in leaving a legacy, be it through fair or foul means, in order to be given another mandate by the people. The objective in this case has always been about party ideologies over the national interest. If we want to compete globally, maybe, just maybe, we might want to learn from the developed countries. It is often the case that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Our education sector should not and must not be run based on political impulse, but based on a clearly defined national policy that is long-term. Again, there is an absence of political will to provide infrastructure and strengthen existing ones. An essential ingredient in quality education is infrastructure. Of course, it is unheard of to think of growing a poultry farm without first providing the needed shelter for your fowls. You may risk losing them all eventually. However, one missing element in all of this is the absence of a coordinated effort in dealing with the infrastructural deficits, especially in rural areas when it comes to education. This doesn't actually look surprising, as those who are in charge of formulating policies to shape our education sector have developed an insatiable taste for international schools at the detriment of the public schools which they run for our dear country. You do not expect to sell a meal you have not yet tasted. The essence of appreciating the quality of such meal is equal to zero. This explains why our ironical love for schools under trees will remain a fact, and our hopes of eliminating schools under trees will remain a mirage until there is a will. Because where there is a will, there surely is a way. I have enjoyed speaking with you today. And as I conclude, there is one particular point I would like you to think about. What if we get rid of our political lenses and put on the national lens that will compel us to hold accountable without fear of favor or ill will whoever is at the helm of affairs, regardless of the person's political color and our political affiliations? I believe this is one way out of many that would ensure that our leaders prioritize our welfare and well-being rather than focusing on how to win the next election and not securing the next generation. Posterity's judgment lies in weight of our actions today. Hence, let us all be guided accordingly. Thank you.